Now that's what I call an electric personality. Let's get sparky.
Oh, sí.
Grandpa's blunderbuss. Electric flamethrower. Electric flamethrower.
And so this is all a lie. She doesn't bring up the fact that she had a rap sheet. She doesn't bring up the fact that they like matched these to a file. Like, I wonder if these people reached out to the police for comment on this. Vosh, finally being good faith. You're calling threats. Like,
all right, that's really, yeah. Okay, my bad.
I'm probably gonna reach out to 1 or 2 law firms tonight. I'll shoot emails. If anybody thinks they could take the case, Keffels shoots him a picture. Your mom is cute. I have your face. I know what schools you are. I know every member of the family. The problem is that Keffels actually tweeted out a bit, and then she deleted the tweets about having doxed somebody from Kiwi Farms and found out all their info. But once she realized that she had a failed dox, meaning her dox was incorrect, the guy that she was talking to, she had the wrong dox. So she deleted all of the, she deleted everything.
Meanwhile, he stealths people, which is legitimately a form of rape.
She does walk it back like 5 or 10 seconds later, softly. Keffels claimed I stealth people, then softly walked it back later. She would go on to say that she would never apologize for it after horrendously misquoting and butchering positions I have relating to informing your potential sexual partner about your genitals. After Keffels accuses Chud Logic of being a pedophile with no evidence.
And Chud Logic.
Thanks. It's been a pleasure. Great to talk to you all as always. All the best. Chud Logic on all good social media platforms.
Tesla coil.
If you like racism.
Pretty sure that guy is like a pedophile.
Energy glow.
So, like,
CTV, how about
actually.
yourself?
I gotta correct
Tesla
Chud. He's not
coil.
fucking Chud Logic on Twitter. This fucking asshole. He's a rash.
Yo, Adrian.
Her
I'm ready
mod,
for another
Hunter
round.
Lion, doxed Chud on Twitter by posting a picture of his face while also calling him a groomer. This is a mod of her. I don't know if I should show a picture of his face. I think it's like kind of censored, but he posts a picture of his face and says, "But Twitch Politics' favorite chasing groomer was there," in a response to what Keffels tweeted. Keffels never seems to mention that she has accrued an impressively huge Kiwi Farms thread, over 400 pages, in a relatively short amount of time. Kiwi Farms is a community known for doxing, brigading, and other forms of targeted harassment. But for some reason, she always seems to blame my community and ignore that her Kiwi Farms thread got bigger than mine in like 1/20th of the time. I think in a couple months, her thread grew to over 400 pages. How the f do I get blamed for the Kiwi Farms thread on her? The idea that this is all coming from my community, when again, not a shred of evidence has ever been posted proving as much, is just ridiculous. Destiny has made 41% jokes towards me, accused me of being a rapist, accused me of being a pedophile, and is now actively mocking me for being a child and for being a victim. None of these things are true. I do not regret at all my role in getting him deplatformed from Twitch because he deserved worse. What's worse than getting a job? That I need to be killed, tortured, castrated? I don't know what that means, but... When I engage with a content creator who doesn't like me, and their replies are filled with people making 41% jokes, misgendering me, and mocking me for being trans, every trans person is aware of it. It doesn't even take an ounce of integrity to tell your audience it's wrong. We tell my audience it's wrong all the time. We ban people that make transphobic jokes. All of this was probably coming from Kiwi Farms. Oh, that last tweet had over 30,000 likes, true. I think the existence of Destiny creates a lot more transphobes, really. I mean, imagine encouraging and laughing at people for doxing her family, never done this, making 41% jokes to his audience so they bully her more, never did that, and then blame it on her. I blame her for the false accusations. Truly brain-dead logic. The reality of what happened was that I misread a comment in chat, assuming the chatter was making a trans suicide joke, when the chatter was actually just making a neat suicide joke. I went on to say that, although it was tempting to embrace the 41% jokes, I'm trying to stay above board. I don't think I need to explain myself, but just in case, this was literally the day of my indefinite suspension from Twitch, a suspension that Keffels and others cheered on and even tried to take credit for. At this time, it was tempting to attack the people who were attempting to destroy me by any means possible. Despite this, I've held myself to a higher standard, and I resist the temptation. So Nixon here made a joke, a neat joke. Destiny, take comfort in the fact that in 30 years, this person will probably Minecraft themselves. I read that much and assumed it was a transphobic joke, but it was a neat joke. Because their parents will no longer be around to care for them, and they will have to be an adult for once. Take comfort in the fact that in 30 years, this person will kill themselves. Jesus Christ. It's tempting to embrace the 41 jokes, but I'm trying to stay... I don't even know why at this point I'm trying to stay above board. If you want like an official statement, if you people like, yeah, it's shitty that Keffels got swatted. Like nobody should get swatted. That obviously sucks. But I have no sympathy for her. She like aggressively pokes and prods and fights with like the most aggressive communities on the internet. Like she treats me as less than But I mean, it sucks. Obviously, no one should get swatted. Lana PD didn't knowingly maliciously detonate Keffels, nor did they knock raid and wake her up with guns. Keffels, wait. Responding officers conducted the initial inquiries which culminated in their attendance at Miss Sorrenti's residence. Officers did not conduct what is sometimes referred to as a dynamic entry into Miss Sorrenti's residence. Rather, they knocked on the door, announced themselves as police officers, and occupants answered.
I was woken up by London Police Services, pointing an assault rifle in my face. When I was woken up by police officers and saw the assault rifle pointed at me, I thought I was going to die.
Any attempt by uninvolved third-party seekers otherwise is inaccurate and irresponsible. Ms. Sorrenti was arrested for uttering threats based on information officers had at the time. Ms. Sorrenti was polite and cooperative. Ooh, did she lie about it? She needs 60K for
I think my GoFundMe did end up making like $85,000. I've been seeing people doing discourse about that forever, and I'm just like, do they understand how much lawyers cost? A 3-day civil trial in Canada is like $60,000.
I didn't know that. That seems like a lot of money.
Yeah. I've already hired a lawyer, and I'm looking into taking legal action, but I was advised not to talk about it until I actually do take legal action. So
Well, I've seen that people see things online about it, you know, that you're lying about the amount you're willing to... First of all, I'm going to make my principle clear, okay?
average cost of a 5-day trial is $56,439. 7-day trial is $81,958.
Tank.
What is she even gonna sue them for? Quote me, quote me. And I could be wrong, but quote me anyway. I don't think she's going to trial for anything. I don't think there is gonna be a trial for anything at all. I think she's just gonna pocket the money and then say she'll use it for like trans activism or something in the future. This brings me to allegations. That's how Ms. Sorrenti was addressed during her time in London police custody using an incorrect name and gender. While I cannot confirm any conversations which might have transpired during Ms. Sorrenti's initial arrest, activity in her holding cell is monitored by audio and video equipment. At no time while she was in her holding cell did members of our police service address Ms. Sorrenti by her dead name and gender. I have personally reviewed the recordings and found our officers polite, respectful, and professional. The reference to Ms. Sorrenti's former name appears to stem from the existence of prior police reports.
during the arrest, the police officer referred to me by my dead name. I was booked in the station under my dead name. The police, when talking to my mother, referred to me as her son. This is despite the fact that I have run as both a member of parliament and a member of provincial parliament under my name, Clara Sorrenti. The fact that a fake email led to London Police Services booking me under my dead name reveals the prejudice that many police have towards transgender people. My last name has not been Roberts in over 10 years. The only reason that Roberts is on the property bags is because I was booked under my dead name.
Ah, now I can understand why some of the evidence might have been mislabeled. They already had her on the record. Not that that's okay or good, but I understand now how that happened. Because I'm kind of wondering, if you've legally changed your name, why the f would they write your dead name on any? That just is going to be confusing for police officers. But if she's got a prior record, they might have like a similar file wherever she gets. That makes sense. Police are normally notified when someone legally changes their name. When an individual comes into contact with police for whatever reason, an entry is made into our records management system using the name provided at the time. That report is merged with prior reports, if any, involving the same person with the same date of birth. Where an individual has a change of name or has a nickname or alias, those will be linked to the primary name on file. Police are not normally notified when someone legally changes their name. It appears that Agnes Ms. Sorrenti's personal property is held is labeled with her dead name for tracking purposes. I recognize that this explanation will not please everybody. This situation highlights for us the developing mechanism to ensure accuracy and identification, recognizing that as in Ms. Sorrenti's case. Anything else? Okay, this all seems like way more reasonable. So there was no no-knock raid. That's a lie. Assuming this statement is true and the police aren't lying here, which they could be. Pretty dumb, but they could be. But according to this, there was no no-knock raid. The tagging stuff makes sense, and while she was being held in jail, nobody dead named her. I have never seen anybody poke the net for kiwi farms as hard as she does. God, she's so... I almost respect it. I almost respect it.
They want me dead because I'm a high-profile transgender activist.
So to be clear, people hate her generally because she's a smug piece of shit, online harasser and bully. That is her career. Her whole career is harassing and brigading and bullying on the internet. That's what she is and what she does.
There's a big target on my back, and for the past year, transgender people have been at the focal point of a culture war.
It's not just the doxing, but Sorrenti takes issue with London Police Service's handling of the incident. Evidence bags she showed Global News indicates police used her dead name, the birth name she had before transitioning, which is considered highly offensive. She also claims police asked her if she was a she and to explain dead naming.
The way that I was treated by the police really showed me they know nothing about transgender people.
And so this is all a lie. She doesn't bring up the fact that she had a rap sheet. She doesn't bring up the fact that they like matched these to a file. Like, I wonder if these people reached out to the police for comment on this.
4 issues.
Police told Global News that this is an active investigation. But despite being a prominent name online and having run for office provincially and federally, Sorrenti thinks police's actions are driven by ignorance.
So I had a hate crime perpetrated against me, and instead of the police helping me, they victimized me for it.
Oh, also,
When I went into the hallway and then saw that assault rifle,
went into the hallway and saw that assault rifle. Where was the original tweet? Didn't she say originally that they woke her up with an assault rifle pointed at her face? I thought that was the original tweet that I saw. This sounds a bit different now, but okay.
if they want me to stop the next time, they better manipulate the police into pulling the trigger.
She like her life is like a movie. It's so cringe. Oh my god.
As we mentioned, the response to the story has been overwhelming on social media, and on Sorrenti's end, the story is not yet over. She's waiting for London Police Service to finish their investigation and told Global News she plans to sue.
Sue for what? On August 5th, I was woken up with an assault rifle pointed at me and arrested for a crime I didn't commit. Yeah, true.
Energy glove.
It's phrased vaguely enough that the hallway can still make sense.
On August 5th, I was woken up by London police services pointing an assault rifle in my face.
No, that's not vague. And she wrote a whole script for this as well. So no, fuck you. I reject your bullshit there. No.
I just think that's the entire everything she said in the police report is just not.
Almost certainly a complete and total lie. Or completely a total lie. She got like so much.
How spicy would it be if it was her or her own mods who swatted her?
Yeah, I wouldn't speculate that part. But like, I wouldn't put it past her.
Do you not think you're taking at least a little bit of a risk? Like, sure, maybe there was some hyperbole or sensationalizing of saying that she was woken up with guns in her face. But who knows? Maybe it was kind of forceful. Like, I feel like we should be a little bit skeptical.
So here is the two things that are hurting really hard right now. These are the two things that I think are. One, what she ended up putting out was highly misrepresented on its face. And she even walked it back in the live interview. She wasn't woken up in bed by it, which is what she made it sound like. She walked up to a hallway, number one. And then number two, she lied kind of about the dead naming thing. She made it sound like they were just being transphobic, dead naming was horrible. She didn't bring up that she was already in the system, had a rap sheet, and that they were going by like what she'd previously been filed under. And the London police were saying literally that they listened, that the commissioner or whatever, he listened through all of the audio recordings of her in jail, whatever. Nobody misgendered her, everybody called her by her proper name, et cetera, like so. That, and then...
Well, that's in jail versus what it was like at her home. Like, sure. Listen,
so if she
it's not hard for me to believe that she lied about and sensationalized everything for the purpose of like driving people to her GoFundMe. That's not like unbelievable to me.
The third thing that hurts too, and now this one I admit I'm on shaky ground. I've only had one person tell me this, and then kind of confirmed by a second person that I asked. But what I was told was that the London, Ontario police are like literally the most progressive police force like in the Western Hemisphere. That it is like an unbelievably ultra progressive area. That like they just did some police like trans recognition day or some shit. That these are like an ultra progressive police force. So the idea that these would just bust in with assault rifles and start being transphobic, the person that emailed me this and then another person that later confirmed was like, this is unthinkable for the London, Ontario police force. It's like unthinkable they would do that. So all of that taken together, I think that she lied. I think she fabricated almost everything about the quote-unquote trauma related to this. I think the police probably acted properly. I know that it sucks, but like I have never in my life judged the FBI for coming to talk to me. Because if people are sending you clips of it making it look like I want to kill you, sure, I understand. Come and chat. We can chat like that. I understand. Because if I did go out and kill somebody and you didn't talk to me, we've seen that happen with the FBI before, where they've got an open file on a kid and like he was making weird comments and nobody tricked him and everybody looks like, what the fuck are you doing? So if emails are going out with her name and everything on them, then yeah, I can understand them like pulling her in for a day. But I mean, like, look at how communicative the police department's been. The commissioner made a statement about everything. They gave her shit back, I think the next day, right? I think they released her from jail that night. This is like expedient as fuck. I heard in the US, if the FBI jack your shit for investigation, you might lose your shit for 2 years. And even if you're innocent. Yeah, so like, I don't know, it seems to me like this police department went above and beyond trying to accommodate her in every size, shape, and form. like aggressively like polite and nice. So for her to come out and fucking steal $100,000 in the back of everybody, claiming that she's gonna sue, she's not gonna sue. I tweeted it, screenshot my tweet. She's not bringing a case to anybody. Nobody's gonna take. There's nothing she can even sue for.
Did she get 100 grand?
Yeah. Well, no, I think it was like $90,000.
Yeah, I want to make it clear. I'm really like I'm glad that you did. Even if you're on somewhat, even if there's somewhat of a risk or something like that. Even if worst case scenario body camera footage comes out and they were like a little rough with her or something like that, or they were yelling or something like that, right? I'm glad you at least like took this gambit and took that risk, because it does force her in like a difficult position where she's got to substantiate.
She's not gonna do anything. She won't do anything. There's never gonna be a lawsuit. She's gonna stop talking about it, and then when it gets brought up in the future, she's just gonna like vaguely mention, like, oh yeah, we're using this fund in order to pay for other trans people in the future. It'll be some kind of shit like that. Kevin's already tried to link you to help you come flat flat. You actually don't even know the story. Sure, but like, what? So like, what if somehow in the future we get wrapped up in something and then they come after like my side things, right? I imagine there's actually I don't know who has more supporters. I don't know how big it is in totality. Are the idea of like I don't like this website, so because I think is this Noel the one posting, or is Noel just an ad? I have to see proof of this as well. Noel does on the side. Is he Joshua? Is he the same guy? Oh, Joshua is. Yeah. The mob then harassed innocent people running unrelated third-party services by sending emails and thousands of threats against families. The mob threats to be oppressed, and to summon 100,000. I wonder if like other people are getting emails that are like people that are like associated with group funds. I wonder what that means. I'd be interested in seeing like. That's not talking about it. If you wanted to donate, doing it publicly is the most brain dead way to do it. If I was to donate, it would only be publicly. Why the fuck would I do it privately? If I was donating to an organization like Kiwi Fund, which is like the principal position we were talking about, it wouldn't just be me throwing the money on the side to maintain harassment threats. Fucking retarded. The only reason we would do it is because it would be a public affair. If I was to do it. I don't even know if I would. Obviously, there's a lot to consider on both sides. There are truly a lot of degenerate and crazy people. And the site is the origination of kind of harassment. But the question is whether or not, like, should we, like, is it okay that those sites can just be blackholed by angry people on the internet? I don't know. That's weird. The ship will die down and nobody cared about it a week later. Kevils has succeeded in gaining clout and money off this, but she 100% made things worse for her by rallying the entire site against her and increasing their rank. Yeah, maybe, but like there's so much self-righteousness on her side. Like she has so much mainstream support for essentially being like a dog shit human being, right? Like Keffels is legitimately like one of the worst people I've ever seen on the internet, but because she has like the trans side to back her narrative up, she can go so much harder than like almost any other person I've ever seen with so much more support. It's like insane. Like in any other context, that person would be seen as like a hateful, harassing bully. That would be it, like who directs mobs of bullies. That's all they would be seen as. But because she's on like a certain political side, yeah, I don't know. That's a little worrisome to me. I can't even. This is wild to me. Wait, does anybody have a link? Somebody said that Keppel said she wasn't suing anymore. Does anybody have a link to that statement? Because I don't want to say it's not true. But I saw somebody say that she's not suing anymore. She got swatted, quote unquote. She got swatted, quote unquote. The cops showed up at her house, arrested her for a single night. I don't even know if she stayed in jail overnight. She made $100,000 off of that. She made $100,000 off of that, and now she took the money and she's moving to Europe. Like, that's insane. That's unbelievable to me. Isn't it actually messed up that these communities will encourage and facilitate minors to take extra tea without the input of parents and psychiatrists? So, it's a really, really, really complicated situation. So here are a few realities, okay? I don't like the idea of people with no vetting and no oversight talking to minors about HRT. That's a really weird conversation to have, and I don't trust anybody to have that conversation from Kevin's community. So that is true, 100%. On the other side of things, though, There are people that can be in communities that either the wait lists are really long, or their parents are unsupportive, or their communities are unsupportive, and they have no access to any of this type of medication, absent some kind of gray market. In which case, these people are providing a service to them. It's a big pros and cons thing, and honestly, I could fall either way on it, like left or right. Like I'm 51-49 in favor of it right now, but yeah. Kevin's response to your recent tweet. Yeah, what a dark day for the internet, dude. I'm probably gonna do a show with Jesse talking about this thing, but like, they've moved on to trying to like vandalize my Wikipedia article. So now they're trying to get it to like show that like I've had accusations about working with you on Jesse single, whatever. Devil's been like two of her most like virulent fucking fans. I'm like spam editing the fuck out of my article to get like allegations added about shit. I wonder where it's at right now. Oh, it's off right now. Contact off here? No, but I don't ever want to be like directly involved with it. It's kind of a weird. They are blocker mods. Yeah, I wish it was possible to. This is the current possible. Whether or not they can just add baseless allegations to my fucking and then this any person here, you can look him up on Twitter, is like a huge like Keffel stan and shit. It's just very, very, very fucking annoying. And then Keffel's is like tweeting out my Wikipedia page for people to edit as well. Are those edits reviewed by real people in charge? Well, it's Wikipedia. There's not, Oh, this is another one of these people. Unless it's like a really, really, really large article, there's not going to be a thing. Content warning, sexual assault. Oh, she was going to be... Jesus Christ. Fake rape allegations, terrorist threats, like trying to get the fucking servers of Ukraine bombed, stealing $100,000, lying about being swatted, lying about the police force. Like, it's so unbelievable. Like, that's probably going to be like the most. I think this stuff is the most boomer-pilled shit I've ever seen me act like in my entire life. Like, I feel like any of those people. I feel like all of those people should just be fired. Anybody that plays into that, any of the rights writers, I know CNN had an article from friends at Kotaku. Like, that's actually unfucking fair. You donated your life savings a few times? Yeah, my kid's college fund. I just said I love it. I don't know if you guys missed the news. I'll probably need to communicate with a couple guys in my chat. Now they've engaged. Keffels is encouraging people to vandalize my Wikipedia article, so that's what they're like doing now. They're fucking trying to add like stupid allegations at the bottom of my Wikipedia article. Although I think they gave up this morning because they lost the rationale for their like vandalism was too shitty. But I will also say, and I've said this a million, billion, trillion times before, and I'll continue to say it, all forms of wiki vandalism. Oh, the wiki article block notes had it. The wiki article, or I'm sorry, wiki vandalism is the most cringe fucking thing you can ever fucking do in all of the world. Anybody that vandalizes it, well, wait, not that. They're bad. Close call. That one. In my life, there is a family emergency. It has absolutely nothing to do with the forum drama. I cannot and will not elaborate further. There will be a week memorializing the inability. It's unlikely to set with it down, and it's likely to set with it during the time where I will not be able to bring it back up. When a prioritize situation, frankly, flatfoot over application level 2000 mitigation, entered in the registrar. They give me a way to transfer my domain from the registrar. I do not know what register to send it to because they don't fit any company. DDoS mitigation. invading Nicholas Whitney. I don't know who. He's only like 3 times. I don't know who Nicholas Whitney is. I have no idea who the fuck this person is. I heard he was a great debater. He's just like a troll. Don't know. I have no idea.
I hear they eat frog legs in Europe. No way!
DDoS guard dropped us follows right on this post. This meme about Russia being a free country is a joke. The US is a free country with no stewards protected. Without the US, there's no second best. So don't expect Cloudflare to crumple so quickly, and don't have a plan C for DDoS mitigation. The Russia shit probably, if I had to guess, did Russia really drop them because of like pressure, or did they just do it because they didn't want to mitigate that much traffic? I kind of wonder. Was it really like Russia was like a Russian code is like, oh, this is bad PR, or was it just like we don't want to clear this much fucking traffic? That'd be resource allocation. I own IP addresses, RP allocation. 5 part of resources in the world. Other comes in basic Australia, boosting costs, draconian. Hosting. You have 1 host and I'm looking for 2 more. It's likely the host will give up 2. The 2 hosts comment they can switch to farms are probably wrong. DDoS guard was comment they can have 2 farms and they're not for 24 hours. How much traffic can a site have? When I say traffic, I'm not talking about legitimate traffic. I'm saying they're probably getting DDoS because like internet terrorist vessels of all the traffic probably like paying for a whole bunch of services and like sending a whole bunch of like traffic. Organized attack, exposure, criminal kind of frame of behavior. These criminals are often professional victims of like message. Journalists cannot canonize, or journalists canonize the crimes of the behaviors of themselves. This machine was built up formally of 8chan and activities. Anytime the cathedral wants to test the new runs, blah blah blah. The Kiwi Farms, I think Kiwi Farms needed to crack down on moderation. And they should have changed a rule or two when everything started going public. They just went too full retard in trying to combat everything. I think it was just stupid. Like I think they should have clamped down on doxing. They should have just made a blank when they started blowing up in attention. They should have just made a rule against it. They should have said no doxing, and then anything that even looks like perceived like external harassment should have been against it. I know that like all the KF apologizers will come out and apologize. Oh, they don't do harassment, but like there's no reason. Like, you have to like you paint yourself in the most unsympathetic light possible if your side is like posting for docs. At this point, it's hard to say it doesn't matter, but definitely doing something favors. I will say though, I have made like an unfair accusation in the past against like Demon Mama about like faking posts and shit on 4chan, which isn't really fair. I've actually been faking things before, but I wouldn't put it past people to fake stuff now, because you can see that in this like internet war, like, everybody's willing to go as hard as possible on the people side. So it wouldn't surprise me if like bombs and shit were just completely fabricated, like they're posting on their own on this website to fabricate them, since they've shown that they're obviously willing to play with like every tool in the box. Are they still fighting over my trying to vandalize my Wikipedia? So intimidating, a singular person could wield so much power. It's not a problem that Kiwi Farms is going down. The problem is Keffels is the one doing it. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, it's pretty spooky. I'm just investing all of my money waiting for the shitstorm to head my way. Gosh, finally being good faith.
Spiciest. The times.co.uk, you know, there's Destiny, a friend of Kiwi Farms, you know, he's been sort of on their side of things. Taylor Lorenz, pretty active throughout. Here's Henny, because, you know, a lot of the people who, hey, I'll say, a lot of the people who have helped Keffels are with White Nervosa, and those people with White Nervosa are right here.
Henny was one of the big people trying to vandalize my Wikipedia article. She was the one that was tweeting about it, and I think she was one of the people trying to be one of the big editors on that. Any43, you can see right here. She was trying to vandalize it by including the allegations from Kotaku and some other shit article that were both just quotes of what Keffels said with no evidence or anything whatsoever.
To be fair to Destiny, he said Kiwi Farms is bad. He said Kiwi Farms and Keffels were like equally bad, like they were made for each other. That's like...
They deserve each other. They absolutely do.
No. I've said this before, right? You like equivocate, you know, like fascist and like
obsession with the F-word and fascist word is so stupid. Somebody said Bosch will eventually end up with a knife in his back. I don't think so. I think he's a little smarter than that. And by smarter, what I mean is like he has no values. So I think Bosch will continually sell out harder and harder and harder to get back into the good graces of like the ultra progressive faith. I think he's pretty much compromised like all of his values, all of his integrity. And once you're willing to do that, staying in good graces is really easy. Like generally, falling out of good graces will either usually happen because either one, somebody goes against something that like you value or believe in, which Bosch has no like consistent values or beliefs, because everything is arbitrary and consequential. Or two, you get into like a personal beef with somebody, and I don't even know if Bosch has any fucking friends to get into personal beef with. Do you remember Envy Person is this same person? Oh, the one that accused me of raping my wife or whatever? Or, yeah, this fucking cringe loser. Raping her on stream.
Just started watching. Can you fill me into what's going on?
No. I think they decided Mary Sue was a generally reliable, so that allegation might go back on your Wikipedia. The irritating thing about both of these articles is that neither one of these articles reached out to me for comment, which is irritating if they're going to include an allegation about me. And two, the journalist didn't do any research for either of the articles. They just reprinted what Keffel said uncritically. That seems like it's not standard operating procedure for most. I've had lots of journalists reach out to me in the past and say, hey, we're writing a story about this, do you have a comment? Or hey, I've had so many different publications reach out to me for that. It seems really weird that like the side like C-tier, Kotaku, and all these shit sites or whatever, just like will reprint something uncritically and they don't reach out for comment for anybody. That's really annoying. Also, I don't mind being quoted on things I've said, but the quote from those articles was that my community was working with kiwi farms. Like it's just not true. Also, I don't know if Wikipedia has this rule or not, or if there's a way to report people for this. I don't think you should be allowed to edit Wikipedia articles if you're an activist on the other side. Like, why would you do that? Like, this person is clearly like an insanely radical activist that is in favor, like they work with White Nervosa on all those white leaf bullshit sites, and they've like made like fake rape accusations about me on Twitter and shit and my wife. Like, why would this person ever be allowed to fucking touch my Wikipedia article? That's fucking insane. Like, that's some wild shit. I don't know. If that's your logic, which I agree, then who should be allowed to touch Trump's wiki or Hitler's? Is it people uninvested? Well, like, let's say, for instance, like, if you're like a activist for a Democrat, like a Democratic anything, like if you work in DLM or anything like that, you probably shouldn't be allowed to edit Trump's Wikipedia article. I think that's fair, right? If you've been to like one protest, that's fine. But if you work for like the DLM organization, or if you're like a lawmaker in Congress who's a Democrat, you probably shouldn't be able to edit like Trump's Wikipedia. I think that's fair.
So you don't think Wikipedia is a secure place for information that isn't easily altered like you said before? Paraphrasing.
No, what I said before was that there can be vandalizing on smaller articles, but larger articles are generally taken care of and put up with the owner of the article. And those articles will be locked from public edits. That's exactly what I said before. I understand that you don't like to listen to me because you're just like farming for opinions that reinforce your particular point of view. You don't actually intellectually engage with anything I say at all. But I'm pretty sure you can go back and that's what I said verbatim. That smaller articles can be vandalized all the time. It happens. It's an annoying thing on Wikipedia because anybody can literally go and edit those. The larger, more mainstream articles, they tend to have like owners that own those articles, or they tend to be blocked from edits. If you'd like to include allegations that Destiny is involved in the weaponization of both his audience and Kiwi farms in order to confuse a transgender streamer, you need to wait until evidence emerges. One streamer claiming this happened while not having a single reliable source corroborate the accusations themselves, not evidence. Adding claims to targeted harassment to the Wikipedia article as soon as they are made and providing evidence from the right to responsible and right to correct misinformation. Help you understand why I wish your edit to be reverted. Wikipedia editors should not attempt to compile evidence. We do not wait for evidence to emerge. Instead, we summarize the sources. These are the two cited sources. It's annoying because both of these sources, it's the same source! All they do is uncritically quote, they just both uncritically quote fucking Keffels.
Should BLM supporters have been allowed on Chauvin's trial? Serious question.
Should BLM supporters have been allowed on Chauvin's trial? You'd have to go through jury selection and all that for that. That's a jury selection is really complicated. I don't think I mentioned this fucking article. I don't even know why this article got quoted. Why is the PC... Oh, nice. Why is the PC Gamer source relevant for this article in regards to Keffels? There's no mention of Destiny at all. The only relevant source for these edits is the Kotaku one. The allegations mentioned in that article are on the back of speculation on what Keffels' stream was going to be about before it happened, with no reference to where these allegations are coming from, or any reporting, or any response from Destiny himself. The source doesn't seem to be very reliable in that sense.
Brennan about Wikipedia misinformation.
Probably good. So it doesn't seem to be very reliable in that sense. No mention of who's making the allegation. It is arguably back to speculation of what a stream is going to be about. There's no other source mentioning the allegation at all, unless I can see otherwise. It doesn't seem impartial that one article can mention speculated allegations, and for as long as no one else decides to write an article mentioning the allegations, those allegations can remain front and center without any challenge. If I write an article making allegations against you and there's no other source corroborating it or commenting on them, is it impartial to mention the allegations made in that case until another article is written about it? I don't think so. Are you happy with the integrity of the wiki mods regarding this? I mean, it got removed, so yeah, I'd say so. Citing multiple sources that are reciting the same claim by the same interested party. You're not citing multiple sources substantiating the claim, while multiple parties are citing. RTBA linked me like an archive where basically, this is so strange how this happened. Well, it's not strange, it's okay. I just wish that people understood what they were reading. That like, all of these articles, anti-trans stalkers chasing couples around the world, anti-trans stalkers chasing couples around the world. Like these websites will basically just, they just like repost stuff from other sites like Vice or, what were the two ones that did? Was it Vice and Kotaku? And they just basically just repost the, whatever gets initially reported. So, it's whenever it's automated. Yeah, I don't know if it's automated. It's just people don't realize sometimes. I know this when I do like debates on research with people. They'll say like, here's 8 studies, and I'll be like, 8 studies. You've linked me 8. First of all, you're linking me 8 media pieces, and every media piece refers to the same study. That's not 8 sources. That's 8 different media pieces linking to the same source. Hi, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, Steven?
Not much.
All right, so listen, you please forgive me. I am like extremely like tired right now. I just got home from work, and I haven't been watching your stream, but I have been sort of keeping up with like trying to keep up with the Kepler stuff. So just could you please clarify this for me, because I've asked around and I haven't really been able to get clear answers. And yeah, so I kind of said something to you on Twitter the other day. You didn't respond yet, but your fans did, and it kind of like it made me question a few things. So basically, could you like clear up for me, because I've asked around and I can never get a clear clear cut answer on like why Keffels, why such the hatred for Keffels, because the answers I've gotten so far was like, oh, she's obsessed with the ratioing, she was mean to Stardust one time.
The problem is that Keffels is like an internet bully. That's what she is. She's like a really hateful bully. But the additional issue with her is that she gets a lot of mainstream support because of her protected classes. That's why people hate Keffels. Why I don't like Keffels. She's a genuinely bad person who is like a huge internet bully / terrorist. But she seems to get mainstream support because of her protected classes. So it's very frustrating.
Okay.
She also is like engaged in a ton of misinformation. She lies about a lot of stuff. She misrepresents a lot of stuff. She accused me of rape. She called Chud Logic a pedophile. She lied about her swatting incident. She stole $100,000 from her fans and moved to Europe. It's like, it's thing after thing after thing. She harasses people from behind blocks on Twitter and social media, etc., etc. Yeah, it goes on and on and on and on.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna try to keep up with what you just said.
Yeah, sure. If I ever do something, if I'm listing a ton of stuff and you disagree with something, you can always just stop me immediately. We can go like one at a time.
Oh yeah, no, but yeah, no, this is perfect because, like I said, the people I've asked, I couldn't get clear answers from this. It's always confused me, and you've expressed your hatred for this woman, and I just, I'm sure it's coming from somewhere. I just can never get a clear cut answer on where.
Yeah,
right.
sure.
So let's start with the rape thing. Now, I saw you on No Jumper the other day. You said, Keffel's accused you of rape, and then when I went and watched the video, it was like she said. Destiny he's a stealth apologist, and I think he might have dealt himself. And then she sat there like awkwardly for like 9 or 10 seconds, and then somebody in her chat corrected her, and she said, "Oh shit, no, wait, I misspoke," or whatever. She walked it back. She didn't say I'm sorry. She didn't apologize. I do admit that. And
well, she specifically said she would never apologize for something like that. Because I don't deserve it. She said that. There's a tweet later, right?
Okay, yeah. No, there you go. That's perfect. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so boom, there you go. Just strike one. So I could never like square why you always said like, oh, she accused me of rape when clearly I know you saw that she walked back, but now you're saying that no, she stated later that no, I won't apologize for what I said. Actually, I'm glad I said it. Basically,
I also I don't mind if that incident on its own, isolated, isn't that big of a deal. It's kind of annoying that she would just uncritically state that in front of her chat and then wait 20 seconds and then walk it back. But on its own, I'd be like, okay, well, she's a dumb fuck, whatever. But the problem is that she's engaged in this type of thing over and over and over again. And there's obviously a pattern. And she plays she's very much like a fascist when it comes to facts. Like whatever narrative she needs that suits her, she'll adopt whatever set of facts she needs for it. And she'll even blatantly admit to lying about things too. Here's a screenshot of these tweets or whatever, where she's somebody literally responded hey, I do need to point out something you got wrong on the stream. Destiny's offhand comments that he was friends with Noel back in his StarCraft days was a joke. Noel's online history is extremely well documented, and if that were true, it would come out at some point. And she literally says, I know, I wanted to respond to the accusation, it was just bait. She lies about shit all the time.
Okay, so all right. So far, the rape accusation, and then she said that you were friends with Noel, which is dubious at best because she can't prove that. She's just going off of some offhand comment that you made on your stream about Noel, which
kind of. So the only reason why
isn't true.
The only reason why I made that comment was because Keffel's. I should put together a whole timeline. I just don't want to dive so deeply into this shit because that internet mod will roll over me. I have powerless stats. At some point they started to make accusations that I was secretly posting on Kiwi Farms, or that they were talking about I don't remember. There was no. So I posted my thread sometimes because I like to troll them because they fucking shit on me all the time, and we go back and forth on that. And they were taking a couple of my quotes out of context from my Kiwi Farms thread to make it look like I was close friends with the owner of the site. The owner of the site fucking hates me. He's shown up on he banned me in the past, even though he fucking denies it. I know that he banned me in the past. He calls me a pedophile, and now he calls me a double pedophile because I'm friends with Max. That dude, he fucking hates me so much. So when I was in the thread, I just started talking about, no, me and Noel are actually really close friends. We're chill. And then he shows up and he's like, I'm not friends with this pedophile fuck. But they took just my comments, and then they started to make it say, look, Destiny's actually really friends with Noel, who hates me. And then I played into the meme a little bit. I was like, oh yeah, me and him used to play StarCraft. It was super fun. But I only did that because they started falsely accusing me first. And then I trolled a little bit. And I think now she's just saying this because she's upset that she fell for a troll or whatever. But this all started because initially they were quoting things from my Kiwi Farms, falsely claiming that I was friends with Noel because of some out of context post 6 years ago where I was clearly fucking trolling. But yeah.
Okay. And then so how about your comments recently saying saying that you think you're back in good faith, in good standing with Kiwi Farms, and listen, this topic is very.
Or wait, what do you mean in good standing with Kiwi Farms?
Okay, so let me finish that thought first.
Yeah,
okay,
go for it.
So you were saying basically that you think they're on your side now because you've been arguing with more transphobic people, so they.
No, I've said in the past
ironically or unironically think that you're transphobic now, and so they're on your side now, basically.
I've said in the past that a lot of because I fight with trans people now, a lot of the people in my thread, they spend more time arguing about the trans people I fight with than me sometimes, yeah.
But so that's sort of like you're not being serious. like you don't really like.
I mean, they
you're
still
not, you're
hate
not,
me.
like,
but-
looking for good standing within Kiwi Farms.
No, of
right?
course not. Absolutely not. No, if you were a content creator looking for good standing in Kiwi, you're KF threat. You're a fucking moron. But like everybody knows that.
Well, no, but honestly, like I mean, I would think you would kind of want to like not be on their bad side, right?
Well, I mean, you don't want to like provoke them. I personally don't care that much because internet hate doesn't bother me, and I'm pretty like insulated from shit. It's whatever.
Yeah. And
so like I'll show up on my thread and like troll every now and then. But
okay.
Yeah, but I'm not looking for like
Okay, yeah, no, so this is exactly what I wanted to clear up, because I've heard you, say things in the past that kind of made me wonder, like, not that it's any of my business, but, just to kind of, like, get context on this Keffel situation. So, another thing that Keffel's explained, that I haven't seen you address, like I said, I haven't watched every stream. If you've gone over this, I apologize.
Yeah, you're good.
Maybe this is a little selfish, just calling you just to get into myself, but these are like questions that I've searched out outside of you and I could not get a clear answer. So, okay, so she claims that you, on the day that she got doxxed, right? She claims that you, and I'm not running defense for Keffel.
Yeah, you're fine. You can just say whatever. I'm not gonna like jump in there. You're okay.
Yeah, no, but not you, but just I don't want people to have the impressions that I'm on here to defend Keffels. I'm really just on here for clarification.
Yeah,
like honestly. Because I don't even watch videos. So, but these are things I want to clear up. So she said that on the day that she got doxxed, somebody had posted in your chat the link to her docs, but kiwifarms.net is banned term in your chat, so they were timed out. Then she said that you actually yourself had reposted the docs, or like first you asked like a question about it, like, hey, what's going on with this, guys?
Yeah, so she's always like really sneaky with how she'll do it. So like what'll happen is like I'll reference the fact that she has a thread, or I'll ask somebody like, have you guys seen like what was posted or whatever, something like that. And then she'll be like, oh, he's linking to my docs. I don't even know if I've ever linked. Have I ever linked her thread in my chat?
She showed in her video the 7-hour stream she did. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but I think probably I'm sure you have. She said that she showed on screen. Now, full disclosure, it appeared the dates were two different dates because I like paused and looked at it. So what looked like happened was like one day, like at the end of I guess it was the end of July, or maybe, please don't, I don't know the exact dates, but like the end of one month that it was the very end of one month, you had mentioned.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm remembering more. Okay, sorry. I have to ask my community because people make up so much shit. Okay. Not you in particular, but sorry, I didn't mean you to. Okay, so a long time ago, Keffels was claiming that she was getting tons and tons of like targeted harassment and people trying to dox her and shit. And she was claiming it was all coming from my community. And I think a long time ago, I think I linked her KF thread and I was like, this is where it's coming from. I don't know why she's blaming my community when her Kiwi Farms thread has gotten like 500 pages in a month. It's insane that she's blaming my community. And I think that was the only time that I linked it in my community. But it wasn't because, it wasn't because I was like kind of directable to it. It was because I was getting frustrated that she was blaming my community for being the source of harassment. And it's obvious that it was Kiwi Farms that was the source of harassment. But she was trying to like tie me like really desperately. It's like a big goal of hers. Probably to go after my site after she gets Kiwi Farm shut down.
And so, but your rebuttal to that is no shot. Like my community has no crossover with Kiwi Farms whatsoever.
Bro, like halfway into all of this shit going on, even today, I don't know as much today, but like there were so many people asking my chat, like they don't even know what the fuck Kiwi Farms is. Like if you don't know the community, it's a pretty esoteric community online. Like it's in the grander scheme of like all internet communities, it's not really that popular. Like if you know, you know, but a lot of people outside like have no fucking. So.
Yeah, that's why it's been like getting so much attention. People didn't know what it was. Like, people like who are deep on the internet, they've known about it for years and thought it was horrible, but they just sort of considered it part of the internet. But now that this old Keffels thing and the mainstream media is picking it up, yeah. So I understand all that. But her rebuttal to that, I guess, would be. Because I'm just going, like I said, I'm going off what she said in her video. I'm just trying to get clarification from you because you would be the best person to get this from. So she said that somebody posted on your Reddit that was basically a post like, hey guys, like, they're really transphobic over on Kiwi Farms. Jesus, if you just spent 30 seconds over there, it's the craziest shit you've ever seen in your life, And then, It might have been a link to the thread, it might not to, but I do remember that the thread, it might have been a link to Kiwi Farms or it might not have been, but I remember the thread was directly pointing to the Kiwi Farms thread. Now, do you remember this post or like?
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, I think I remember this. Yeah.
Yeah. So like what? So how do you feel about that? Like, do you think that?
I think it was a genuine comment. I don't think nothing she's saying is legit. She's made up almost everything. Yeah. I think it was genuinely because people didn't know. Like I said, a lot of people in my community like truly didn't even know that Kiwi Farms existed, and that. Kiwi Farms is an unbelievable transphobic place. Like insane. Like they don't even refer to Keffals by her name. It's always by her dead name. I don't know if they believe in trans people at all. Some people tell me that across other threads that they do, that like they use it. They got a stuff called truth, and people are saying, well, they only call the bad trans people trans. They don't call. I don't know if that's true or not, but like just based on what I've seen in my thread and what I've seen in a couple others, it seems like they just completely fucking hate trans people. But maybe not across.
I don't know what's true that they use that truths for.
I don't know if they're. I don't.
People are all trans people.
Yeah, I don't know if they're like, I don't know if they're pro-trans in other threads or not, or if they just universally hate trans people. I don't know that. I'm just not sure.
So when you say that, are you really being genuine? Like, let me ask you this: have you ever seen a pro-trans thread on Kiwi Farms?
No, but I've only seen like 3 or 4. I don't browse the farm. I just go through my thread and then maybe like a couple people that I know. But there's a lot of threads on Kiwi. It's a big site. I can't generalize all of it because what I've seen. In my thread, they're ultra fucking transphobic, 100%. But it might be the case that in other threads they're not. Maybe they just don't. Yeah.
Okay. No, cool. All right. So can you continue? Because
also real quickly, somebody reminded me of this in chat too. That post that was made on my subreddit was just calling out how ridiculous it was that people accused our communities of having crossover, because my community is like very pro trans. I got a ton of trans people in my community. And it was people were just saying that like Kiwi Farms is a fucking insanely transphobic place. It's crazy to think that people think there's a huge crossover between that community and my community. That's why
I can never square what Keffals was saying with what I see.
Yeah, of course. Well, and also, here's my comments in my chat. This is exactly what I said when Keffals is saying, like, I'm linking to her thread. This is why I was making those comments. So I'm just reading my logs. If she wants to blame my community, go for it, but she's actually fucking schizophrenic if she thinks 1% is coming from us, aside from reporting shit. 100,000,000% obvious that the harassment is coming from there, and then I link to her thread, not to like directly to a document, but I just link to the thread, and I say she has over 400 pages of thread on her Kiwi Farms. She has 0 evidence because at this point she's accusing my community of being harassing her, and she obviously has a huge AF thread where all of the harassment is coming from. That's why I was like talking about it. I would have just linked it like, oh, go here, go dogs or whatever, blah blah blah. Like I would never do something that fucking stupid.
Well, yeah, right. But if you know that she's receiving harassment from Kiwi Farms and she's confusing your community with Kiwi Farms, I'm just like, why would you post to, like, why would you direct your?
She's not confused. No, hold on. She's not confused. She's deliberately lying. She's not confused. She knows what she's doing. She's a relatively sophisticated internet user. Like, she's unironically a professional victim. She knows what she's doing. None of this is on accident or by confusion.
Yeah, but you know what you're doing, too, right?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing, and I'm trying to demonstrate, because a lot of my community didn't even know what Kiwi Farms was, and we were being accused of, like, being, like, the lead doxers and harassers. She would constantly conflate my community with, like, saying, like, oh, yeah, we're getting harassed, and people are doxing my mom, and Destiny or DGG is, like, involved in blah, blah. I was like, no, we're not, dude. Look at this fucking thread. She's insane.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying, like, you're 100%, like, against the thread, but you're saying, hey, guys, this is not you guys. Like, obviously, look at this. You would never say this.
Yeah.
Basically.
And then that's where the other post on my subreddit came from, where somebody was like going through and like, holy shit, look at this place. This is fucking insane. And it was a comparison between our 2 communities. It wasn't just like, hey guys, go check this place out. Yeah.
All right. I accept that explanation. But my only thing would be like, you know that, like, I genuinely believe you thought like what you were doing was just showing people the thread, but in my mind, as a small content creator, I know like that if I were to post something like that, that would direct my community there, knowing that yes, you have a lot of trans people in your community, but the overall sentiment in this country is transphobic. Let's not let's call a spade, even leftists, claim they aren't, but like, I see a lot of transphobia in liberal and leftist spaces, and obviously the right, but that's a whole different story. So, it's just like, I would never say you're encouraging, but what Kiwi Farms did to her, but it's just, I'm just trying to square what you're saying with what I see, and it's, I don't know.
But there's no, I mean, with what you say, there's no transphobia in my community. We're not transphobic.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
And if it does show up somewhere, they get like,
directing
oh, sure, I don't care. That's Keffel's fault. That's 100% on her. If she's gonna make accusations of my community, I have to defend my community. And if I have to point out that there's another huge source of harassment, I'll point it out. I don't think my members of my community are going over and like posting in the thread now. I mean, maybe some people more might follow it, but no, I don't think my community doesn't participate in KF, not that much. It's just the communities are so different. And I know
you said if she thinks even 1% of the harassment is coming from your community, she's schizophrenic. I mean,
yeah,
really?
it's not.
Like,
yeah, no, 100%.
Bro?
No, it's, and I understand your confusion. I'm not like, I understand why you're confused, but Kiwi Farms is a super specific type of like unbelievable fucking harass website. Like the people that post on KF are fucking deranged, okay? Like in my thread, people are posting shit like trying to find where my kid's mom lives and shit. These people are unreal, the level of like obsession and harassment that they engage in with other creators. Now they'll come out and they'll say, show me the specific post where we call for harassment, blah, blah. Like, because KF dipshits think that they can play that game with normies on the internet, and they can, but the reality is that people know that a fuck ton of harassment comes from Kiwi Farms threads. You'll see the same insult that they use show up on your social media, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? My community does not function like that in any way, size, shape, or form. They just don't. And if you've dealt with there's a reason why when people accuse my community of doing stuff, they always point to like 2 0-follower accounts on fucking Twitter. We have an unbelievably fucking anal policy, more than any other content creator across any other platform of my size. No community is moderated harder than my community. Full stop. I have the best community on the internet when it comes to things like off-platform harassment or doxing. We have like 0 tolerance policies on any of that shit. Even people who fucking joke about it will catch a perm ban sometimes, depending on what they're joking about. So the idea that somebody would knowingly accuse my community of that, and then fucking, when they know that it's not coming from my community, they know that it's coming from another place, of course I'm gonna say, yo, look at that, that's where it's coming from, fuck you. I have to say something. That's all I got.
Right. No, and I'm not. I don't blame you for saying something. I just want you to admit that the possibility of her receiving more harassment will come with that. But listen, that's neither here nor there. I'm not, like I said, I'm not coming here to make accusations or anything. So the next thing is, I guess, so I've heard you say she's she does like terroristic things on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, that always loses me. What are we talking about?
So, aside from weaponizing different mobs to attack different parts of infrastructure on the internet, I'm pretty sure they're engaged in a lot of, like, illegitimate activity against Kiwi Farms, so DDoSing, trying to penetrate different, like, servers or whatever the fuck they can gain access to. And then also the posting of the address of where their servers were located in Ukraine, implicitly encouraging people to bomb it, I think rises to the level of like terrorism.
Implicitly telling people to bomb it?
Yeah, somebody give me a link of the pictures for her tweet about the servers in Ukraine, and then I can send you that as well.
I did see that. She said we will be, to paraphrase, we'll be organizing outside the servers building in Ukraine. She gave the address and the phone number. She said to call them and let your voice be heard or whatever. She might have added some, we will not be stopped.
She posted the address and phone number of the place, and she said, I heard that there are pro-Russian people posting in there. Like, it's like, you're literally calling for people to, like, fucking bomb shit. That would not be seen as any other way in any other context, except for some reason people are willing to give her, her a pass on this.
She's telling the Ukrainian people to bomb the Russian.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I think that's an easy read of that. If somebody has like a image of the, hold on, I want to send you an actual image of her statements, just so people can see. Somebody has.
So that's what you're referring to when you say that?
Yeah.
Just to be clear.
Yeah.
And then you say like it's a high probability that she's the one DDoSing.
Absolutely, of course. Yeah, there's like a huge coordinated effort right now, and then trying to get them delisted from all of their like providers and all of that shit. Yeah.
Okay, and then your other criticism.
Wait, hold on, real quick. I really want these tweets. I think they're important.
Okay. Yeah. No, I actually do think I remember seeing this, and I remember people commenting that exact thing, and I don't. Like I on one hand, I could see like if you bad faith, not bad faith, one interpretation of it one way, and then like you can have another interpretation of it another way. But you did say implicit, so it's like that's up to interpretation, right?
Sure, but keep in mind the different standard of evidence you're using for us, right? Like for me, you're saying by just linking to a thread, I should have some responsibility because I'm possibly maybe getting people harassed. But like the link to me is so tenuous. But like here's
not just a thread though. It's not just a thread.
Yeah, but like look at these.
Like,
look at these tweets.
Be clear
right?
what's in that thread. It's not you're just linking.
Well, the thread is like 1,000 pages long, right? I don't know how hard it is to find.
Yeah, and it's got very not compromising, but information that she obviously doesn't want out. Like
Yeah, sure. Then I mean, like she shouldn't be making false accusations about my community regarding this. Like that's pretty easy. Like here's her tweets. If I have any Ukrainian followers, here is the phone number and address for where Kiwi Farms is currently hosted. Do your thing. Like this isn't an active war zone. If I tweeted something like this, I would be insta-banned from every fucking platform. Like that's like it's you're calling threats. Like
all right, that's really okay. My bad. I really did miss that's pretty good.
It's all good.
Right there.
There's also like stuff like this too, where she's literally threatening to dox every single poster on Kiwi Farms. If you have an active Kiwi Farms account, I will not only post your name publicly, but I'll find out your employer and forward them your post history. I have no tolerance for hate, and users of this site should feel more scared to get as bold as they do. This is a hate group. She also posted pictures of Noel's mom. Everyone upset that I posted a photo of Joshua Moon's mother are being performative as hell. As a result of his forum targeting me, my mother has been doxxed, gotten threatening phone calls, letters sent to her house in my dead name, and emails harassing for months. Keep crying. So she's basically okay, like doing anything to anything.
Is that not true? Right?
Yeah, but like, hold on. So if somebody doxes like my family, can I go dox your family? Is that what we're doing now? Do we even know if Joshua's mom is involved in anything related to Kiwi Farms?
No.
Here's other tweets about her mentioning.
You're right. Trust me, I'm not saying too long to make it right, but what I'm saying is like, how do you fight back against Kiwi Farms? Like,
in my opinion,
you just cower in a corner and cry, and like this is her way of fighting back, and like.
That's fine, but now she loses the right to complain about anything. She can't complain about getting doxxed. She can't complain about anybody doing anything to her ever because she's willing to go as hard as she can. This is why we discourage.
Mom's picture.
What?
Well, yeah, from the.
This is why. Yeah, sure. This is why we discourage. Yeah, this is why we discourage things like political violence. Is because once you start bringing out all the tools, shit gets fucked. And that's what she's been doing with Kiwi Farms. That's why everything has escalated so much, is because she's like constantly poking the bee nest over and over and over again. But the difference is she's savvy and she knows that she'll always have support for it. That's why she was able to steal $100,000 from fans and move to Europe. It's because she knows she's always going to get mainstream support doing this.
So you say steal $100,000? What do you like? This, I really.
When she got
time to keep up with all this shit.
Sure. So the police showed up at her house and arrested her for a night because they had gotten bomb threats, or not bomb threats. They got threats from an email that posed as her. It was a person trying to get her swatted. She lied about the events and misrepresented everything that happened. And then after that happened, she fundraised $100,000, saying that she was going to take a case to court against the London, Ontario Police Department. Originally, she was trying to fundraise $20,000, but as the money kept coming in, she kept raising it to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, and then it's gotten almost $100,000. Once all of that money had been fundraised, she eventually just moved to Europe, and now she lives in like Ireland or some shit, and she's not going to take any case to court or whatever after lying about the original incident.
All right, so 2 questions. Do we have her fans complaining that she stole their money?
She's literally like Jesus to them. They'll never complain about anything.
And then my second question was, well, obviously it's probably dope, but did you donate?
Did I donate? No, fuck no.
Right. Of course, that's why I said it's probably obviously no. Okay. All right. Okay, I got you there. All right. So in your view, that was like not right what she did with the money. You don't agree with it whatsoever. You feel like she misled her fans into, sympathetically donating money to her, thinking it's going to one place, and she actually pockets the money with it. You said she moved to Europe?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. All right. Was that? I think that was it. Like, so these things, like I said, I have no like position on this one way or the other. This seems like a back and forth thing where both parties, Kiwi Farms and Keffels, are wrong. You're kind of in the middle of this shit. Like, obviously you have your history with Keffels, but it's like, you're caught in the middle of this fucking war, and yeah, it's just crazy just to see all the discourse online and back and forth and accusations flung, you know, every which way. I've seen all of them against you, and I've seen you defend them, but I've never seen you like talk about some of these things on stream. Like I said, if you have, I'm sorry I missed it.
There you go.
But yeah, no, that's basically it. Thank you for clearing that up. I have nothing else right now, no agenda really. I just wanted to just clear that up, and hopefully that maybe clears it up for some people who weren't following so closely. But yeah, no, cool. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you, Steve.
All right, have fun. Be careful, bud. Defamation is like really hard to prove in the United States for public figures. It's very, very, very difficult. I don't know what it's like in Canada though. It might be easier in Canada. She continues to post lies about me on Twitter. They tried to go after one of my sponsors. Arguably, I got banned from Twitch after she made false claims about me hate rating her. I kind of wonder if there's anything there. I'm probably gonna reach out to 1 or 2 law firms tonight. I'll shoot emails. If anybody thinks they could take the case, that'd be interesting. I wouldn't mind dumping like $20,000 or $30,000 into seeing if that like could have legs. Because it is insane that she can just lie and lie and lie and lie on Twitter. But like, this is a heads up for all you fucking morons pushing in chat. I feel like there's like an 85% chance that the guys are like, oh yeah, like this isn't strong enough for defamation, or it wouldn't be worth it to pursue this in court, or whatever, blah blah blah. I thought about putting together a big thread and tweeting out GoFundMe for scamming, because yeah, she's admitted multiple times to knowingly lying about me, I think. I'm pretty sure that given the last Keffel's logs, if that leak is real, I'm pretty sure that, Jesus, what is this? I'm pretty sure she knowingly, like, lied about her GoFundMe, which is supposed to be against the terms of service, but... Hold on, what is this? We'll just read these out, just so that people can know. So, here's like the context for this. Also, warning, transphobia, because everyone on Kiwi Farm, well, I guess not everyone, but a lot of people on Kiwi Farm are transphobic as fuck. So all of this is gonna involve dead naming of Keffels and using the wrong pronouns, etc., just so you know. But if you see his or Lucas, it's always in reference to Keffels because they like to dead name the fuck out of her. Trigger warning. I don't actually care about the trigger warning. I'm just letting you know that I don't support dead naming or transphobia. Something that is, so here's the backstory on this. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but so K-Dog, Keffels, tweeted out that she had, actually wait, where's the link to her deleted messages about doxing Kiwi farmers and then saying that she was gonna send pictures to his mom? Can somebody link that real quick? Is there any way for you to get the reason for your Twitch ban and the communication between admins for making this happen? That would be the best memes. I mean, theoretically, that could show up in like Discovery, but I don't know if that would be involved in criminal or in civil court, or I have no idea. You'd have to ask an actual lawyer about that. I don't know. Okay, so if you were not aware, Keffels posted some ominous tweets. I found out who the Kiwi Farms user was who doxed my mother and sent him a photo with his mother and addressed him by his name, and he deleted his account. Wait, is the queen actually dead? Ooh, Brandon, you just got a 7-day ban. Good luck. Why the fuck would you? Oh shit, it didn't go through. Now you got a 30-day ban. So, K-Dog tweets out, I found out who the Kiwi Farms user was who doxed my mother and sent him a photo with his mother and addressed him by his name, and he deleted his account. Unlike him, I'm not posting it online. But if he comes back, I know where he works and will forward his entire post history to his boss. Here are those DMs. Now, allegedly, it is possible this person went through a great deal of effort to fabricate these DMs. That is possible, and unlike the dishonest fucking losers on the other side of this debate, I will admit to you that it's possible, though highly unlikely. It is possible that these DMs could be entirely fabricated. But here are the DMs from that supposed dox, where Keffels supposedly doxed somebody, but I think they did a fail dox, meaning they doxed them, but it was wrong. Here are those DMs presented. in their entirety. Keffels, first DM. Thank you for being my biggest fan. If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm always here for you, friend. Ayo, finally I get to talk to the man himself. Hey, can you debate my friend A1 Steak Sauce on the NBA? You could reply any year now. I know you're on all day, LeMayo. Also, congrats on hitting 800 pages. You don't care about drama, but DM me at 2 a.m. in Kazakhstan time to try to flex on me. And then I guess this is a tweet by her. Keffels that she'd made. Keffels responds finally. Okay, you lost open DM privileges by A-logging too hard. You need to blah, blah, blah. I'm disappointed in you. At least make things interesting. Blah, blah, blah. Keffels shoots him a picture. Your mom is cute. Is that Winter? This Winter, I believe, has no relation to the Winter posting on Kiwi Farms. They're unrelated. But are you serious or are you trolling? Cracker IQ. Laughing face. Your god complex has you making some dumb decisions. And then this is a link to Onion Farms. I don't know what the fuck this website is. Maybe an archive of Kiwi Farms? I don't know. You gotta respond now, bro. You're dumb as fuck. Well, I'm sure you're on all kinds of substances right now. Dog, you're legit trying to dox random ass after spending months crying about it. Fan behavior, by the way. Nah, fatty, I see you tweeting. Quit trying to escape the embarrassment or get that block, or get the block over with already. You know you want to. No one can dare embarrass. This is the dead name of Keffels. Or they'll throw a tantrum and bother everyone for attention. Crying face. Keffels. Okay, Andrew. Oh no, my nickname, the Horror. You're a hypocrite, bro. Die mad. How so? Docs. I have your face and name. I know which schools you went to. I know every member of your family. Spooky. Is that why you sent some random ass kid? Excited to see how they all react when your information gets sent to them. You're weird as fuck, bro. You're a 30-year-old white guy trying to scare some brown kid. Glad you confirmed your identity. Thank you. Wow, I'm brown. You got me. You're laughing now, just like Josh did. We saw how that went. You're Josh's #1 fan. You have the choice. Your life is now on a diverging path. You can walk away, or you can see what comes next. Is that a threat, Ninja? No, it's a promise. Too deep for me. Didn't you learn your lesson getting sent to military school? You need to make better choices, kid. Yeah, I did. That shit was tough, man. Doesn't seem like it. Seems like you're shitting your life away. You're powerless in the real world, and the only thing that makes you feel like you're in control is a pseudonym you invented to harass people on an internet forum. Why not work on yourself? Become a better person. Yeah, you got me, man. Anything else? I did. It's pretty obvious. Yep, you sure did. What else you have going for you? Tell me about your life, Andrew. I'm not nearly 30. I haven't burnt every bridge I made. That's what. Limfeo. You lied about OTM Shank being transphobic when he helped you transition. That's sad, bro. Haven't burned every bridge. I make 6 figures a year in a media job. I was reported on media in 15 different countries this month. Congrats. Not everyone thrives off attention like you. I don't care about Colby. He's a loser who can't hold down a McDonald's job. He wasted his life on internet forums. OTM Shank is another Kiwi farmer, gotcha. I know it's hard to understand. Damn, bro, you're so spiteful and vindictive. Actually, really sad to see. Is it sad? What makes you not sad? You live for revenge. Tell me about you. What in your life makes you not a sad person? I'm not dumb enough to talk about myself, unlike your mods. Do you have a girlfriend? A career? Do you have any way of getting out of the situation you're in? You got Kiwi Farms taken down. Take the dick out your mouth, blood. Why'd your family send you to military school, Andrew? I was dealing drugs, bro. It was crazy. Who else are you trying to dox, by the way? They'd be very scared. I'm sure things were bad, but why do you think this path is going to make things better? Did you give up on your future? Who else are you trying to dox? Rules for thee, but not for me, am I right? Trust is earned, not given. Keep talking to me. You're not as smart as you think, bro. I ain't telling you anything personal. I know. The private investigator will get me more, though. That's how you spent the grift money? Damn, bro. Wait, did the PI tell you I went to military school? Not really interested in a trash-talking Sanchez. I want to help you. That's kind of racist, bro. You are a spiteful cracker, though, so not surprised. PI is still talking to family and school officials. I don't have all the information I need yet. That's crazy. I'm shaking. Por favor, gringo. Please no hurt me. I don't want you to shake. This isn't a threat or anything. You're so smug right now. I'm laughing my ass off. So did Josh. Look what good that did him. How do you take yourself this seriously, honestly? The downfall of Kiwi Farms was not taking you seriously. I'm not Josh, bro. I don't really care. I know. You still have an out. You have a future. You're young. Are you grooming me? That's an obvious joke. Don't reply seriously. What's the weather like in Greenfield? Pretty tiny place. That's where my ISP is, pimp. Did your PI find out that? Did your PI find out that I had to repeat 10th grade in military school? No, but that's interesting. It sucked, man. Sorry, you got sucked into that shit. Yeah, and now I've got some pretty fat white guy using a black light to search for my cum stains. It's crazy. Life takes you in strange places. Don't you have a therapist? Why are you talking to me, LeMayo? You're a really interesting person. Really, I'm worried for you in a lot of ways. I think you're trying to get me to threaten you or something. Can't imagine being born in 2003 and growing up in the world like it is today. Things are fucked. It's 4:30 in Belfast, dog. Get some sleep. No wonder you look like shit. You already know I have insomnia. Why is that a surprise? I've been like this since I was a kid. Woe is you. Nah, not really. I don't feel bad for myself. That's a waste of time. Deep as fuck. Anything else? You always really seem to want to talk to me. What gives? I'm here. You seem nice enough. I am pretty nice. Thanks. I don't like self-centered pricks who think they're gods. You're high off your own farts. I don't think I'm a god. I'm no better than any other person. In fact, there are a lot of people I look up to and try to learn from. Is this blackmail, by the way? No, just wanted to talk. How's Vanessa, by the way? Is she doing well? What was a message you unsent? Sorry, I can't reply instantly to you. Why did your dad leave your mother? This is sounding like blackmail. What's the catch? Why'd your dad leave your mother? My parents loved each other very much. They were married for over 30 years before tragedy struck. Your transition was the tragedy. I think my transition is less tragic than coming from a broken home, getting sent to military school for drug dealing, and then becoming a Kiwi Farms user. This sounds classist. But you are entitled to your opinions. I'll never take that away from you. Sounds like you're saying you're better than me because you're white. All brown people have broken homes? What did you mean by this? What was your life like at home? When did Vic leave Vanessa? I know you went with your mom. You seem really close to her. Yeah, I love my mama. How much did you pay for this info, by the way? Did it come out of your GoFundMe money? Winter, I don't know how much money you think I make, but I was going to make 6 figures this year before the GoFundMe happened. That wasn't the question. Quit flexing on minorities, Whitey. I don't mean to. I'm sorry. You brought up money for some reason. Did you pay the PI out of the GoFundMe money? No, the GoFundMe money is currently in savings until I need to use it. Do you still see your family often? How's Matthias? Excuse me, but Vic is Victoria now. He/she left me for the influencer life in Texas. Don't be bigoted. That's not Vic. It's Victoria. This is Vic. Oh my God. Hi, Dad. What's the problem? I'm saying hi to my dad. I haven't seen him in forever, bro. Rude. I don't understand why you react the way you do to things. This 10 layers of irony thing is weird. Just as a reminder, the reason why this winter person is saying bro and he and Lucas so much because this guy is transphobic as fuck towards Keffels. I don't support or approve of that. Just reading the logs as is. I know that there's still gonna be morons that quote me out of this saying that I'm being transphobic or I'm dead naming blah 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 blah. Just reading this as they're presented. I don't support transphobia even against fucking losers like Keffels. Who the fuck even is Winter? Some random Kiwi farmer that Keffels thinks she doxed, but she got the wrong dox, and she's trying to threaten him. And then she thinks that he's the one that doxed her parents, but he joined that thread apparently 50 pages into it, so. But I don't understand why you react the way you do to things. This 10 layers of irony thing is weird. You're on the internet too much. I'm just saying hi to my dad. There is no irony, predator. What do you do when you are on the internet? Climb mountains, like in Rocky 4. Still work at the skateboard shop? Fuck, how did you know? Oh my god. No, I'm asking. Can you name the shop? I doubt there's more than one in Greenfield. Then name it. Damn, you have a half-brother, too? Can you name the shop? Picture. Oh my god. Okay, so anyways, what's the name of the shop I work at? Why are you so eager to know? Can't you just tell me? Why can't you name it? You were so sure about it. Yeah, let me go ahead and dox myself to you real quick. You're really not too bright. I don't really think either of us are, but that's neither here nor there. Speak for yourself. So, the name? Why do you want to know? Why can't you name it? I'm just asking a question. I am too. You want to go ahead and say you can't name it? You're right. I probably can't name it. You probably can't? Nah, say you can't. I'm dominating you now. I don't know if that's a racist or not. So I'm saying. Fake parts, have you been drinking? Nah, I don't drink. Stop the cap! So you're smoking then? I'd be surprised given your history if you are sober, though. Please try to take care of yourself. Look at yourself, bro. You look like a sack of potatoes. Go refill the attic. You aren't exactly a looker yourself, but you know, it's totally cool to make fun of my appearance if you want. Try to bully me all you want. My dick will stay attached. Chomo is, I don't know if that's a transphobic insult or not. Send pics of me, harmless motherfucker. I'm not bullying you. I'm above that as a person. Why do you want me to send pics of you? Just like you're above embezzling money from the Communist Party, send him, do it. No balls, literally. Why? Oh, Chomo is child molester. It's kind of transphobic because they always assume that all trans people are child molesters, so I guess it kind of goes along with it. But do it, pussy, do it. If you want, I guess. Go for it. Why, though, LeMayo? Based on that one pic with a Snapchat filter on it, all you do is filter your webcam, 62 IQ ass ninja. I neither use filters nor webcam. Anyways, you gonna send those pics of me? Once you explain why you're so angry, or are you saving them to touch yourself with? Andrew, I don't get the point of any of this. Why are you acting like a retard? Sounds ableist. It is. I'm being ableist against you. You're the one who messaged me first to try to threaten me, dumbass. I didn't threaten you. You wanted to talk for a while. Play coy, but you know what you're doing. Don't you realize your community would eat you alive for your microaggressions, bro? Kinda cringe. What the fuck is a microaggression? I don't know what kind of SJW bullshit you're on about. What's transphobic? I don't know what kind of SJW bullshit you're on about. I don't know. What is transphobic? Don't you realize your community would eat you alive for your bigotry, bro? Never seemed to happen. My community loves me. Why is that? You know, a lot of them are disabled, right? There are some retards out there who shriek and moan about me, but they're irrelevant. Aren't you disabled too? Others got dropped by 3 different companies in a week. Lympheo, this ego, insane. I stated facts. Ego. Where's the ego in that? You have a smug AGP smirk on your face, 100%. It's another transphobic insult. What is egotistical about the fact that Joshua Moon got dropped by 3 different companies in 1 week? That's something that is true. Anyways, got any more docs info on me? I am HSTS, not AGP. Get it right. Rage pig moment. Man, your brain is so broken by this shit. Do you even know how to talk to women in real life? Do you? Yes, I've had many girlfriends, both cis and trans. Press X to doubt. Your deflection's pretty obvious though. You can't answer because you know the answer. You DM'd me to get info out of me, and now I'm getting info out of you. Lots of laughers. Info about things I'm open about publicly? I don't hide like you do, because I have integrity and character. Oh, so they're public? So why do you cry when we post shit on Kiwi Farms? You post stuff on Kiwi Farms? I can't see Kiwi Farms on Google when I look it up. Nice job calling me a revenge pornographer, by the way. Your clean Clara vids were on your public many-vids account. Big brain. Okay, Andrew. Okay, Sky. Okay, Shiloh. Okay, Kaylee. LeMayo, you're so mad. Totally. Can you act like an adult, please, for once in your life? Can you? You're 30. Yes, I do every day. You are 30, my ninja. Then why are you still playing make-believe? I'm sorry your parents don't love each other. Please don't take this out on me. I'm sorry your parents can't love each other. Well, they did and didn't send me to military school. That ninja Kangsley spinning like a 7-Eleven hot dog in his grave right now. You didn't even graduate, LeMayo. You got me. Any more info you know about me? Send receipts, ninja. No, thank you. I appreciate it though, but I'm not a farmer. I want to keep my receipts to myself. Receipts? So you have nothing then? Sure. Is this like a sexual thing for you? Are you edging me? Honestly, I think I'm done until you want to act a bit more mature. My reaction to that, Kethel's face. You need to learn some strength of character, Andrew. You DM'd me, never forget. Never forget what? That you live with your mom in King City? You play Kirby and Animal Crossing. Grow up, LeMayo, this cracker. You should get a job and a girlfriend. Move out, start a life, instead of playing weird internet edgelord make-believe.
Sometimes you're the fish, sometimes you're the bait. Here, fishy fishy. What do you make of that? I'm not sure. Jack said there'd be contenders out here.
Locked and loaded. Come on, baby.
Okay, got it. I think maybe. Oh, I'm gonna clone ya.
Adjustments.
Now we can finish what was begun.
Working as intended. Good. You go.
Time.
Main drivetrain.
Engaged. Systems online. Sometimes you're the fish, sometimes you're the bait.
In this timeline, we're sure to save Kate. so?
Ready!
Bow to the god of cloning! Victory requires a sharp blade. You're mine.
It's not safe. Real good to see you.
Remember me. When will I find peace? To the empire of me! Fish meat face!
For the Empire!
Now we can finish what was begun.
If you're looking at Ione, just 10 times running.
Back in the game.
If they don't break, they'll burn. For the glory of Noxus.
No more wasting time!
Your path ends here.
To serve the greater good.
Tahiri! What is that?
You needed a sample for your research, so I found one.
Oh, right. I remember this. Got a good feeling about tomorrow.
I was so careful not to create a paradox, but we never considered conjoined timelines.
Sharpen the blade, secure the kill.
Chase them down!
Back to reel it in. Face me!
I've seen it all.
All coming back to me now.
Excuse us.
Nuh-uh. Eat that trash! Better dead than topside. This is my time.
What do you make of that? I'm not sure. What does it mean?
These isles will be cleansed.
Okay, want to make me a few extra boards?
Yes! I mean, sure, you know, whatever.
Easy to say with that Z drive of yours.
Vessel's small, but she ain't lacking courage.
Heading topside.
When we look ahead, we know how to prepare.
Told me about this one.
And so, life springs anew.
Where to trust?
Listen to me.
Nuh-uh.
I'm back. It's so good to see you again.
My dear friend, you weren't gone long, but I worried every second.
Another. The sisters did warn us. The sisters aren't the only twins anymore. Technically, we're the same person. Forget it.
what we see.
These are my streets. When we look ahead, we know how to prepare. And turn it like so.
Sand and blood!
It's not safe.
What do you make of that? I'm not sure. Look at this! Interesting reaction. I'll make a note. Time to make an appearance.
Look, I've made a breakthrough.
All right. Show us what you can do.
Real good to see you.
It's an awesome day for progress.
These are my streets.
We'll help. I'll behave. Are you certain?
He engages, but will he survive? Oh, yes.
I am everywhere. I am everyone. A perfect puppet. Wasted effort.
The sun's out, the crowd's ready.
I'm back. It's so good to see you again.
My dear friend, you weren't gone long, but I worried every second.
Someone get him up!
Let me introduce you to science. Let me introduce you to perfection.
The text out of this world. Another me? The sisters did warn.
Gently, gently. Seeing double.
I've seen it all.
Noxus will pay for what they did to us. My
No more wasting time.
so obvious. For the king. Sharpen the blade, secure the kill.
I was so careful not to create a paradox, but we never considered conjoined timelines.
For glory, you're mine. I'll cut them apart.
With the power of time, the possibilities are endless. I turn it like so. Can't fly if you don't try.
If you need a job done right, then do it yourselves! Let me introduce you to science. Let me introduce you to perfection. Onwards and norward!
You can't outrun me! The other forward! Things aren't gonna improve themselves.
Oh, really, Echo?
One girl wrecking crew. And tops up. Bring it. This is a no-fly zone. Future is whatever I make.
I thought I was ready. I didn't know what was waiting.
You know, deja vu isn't what it used to be.
it all.
Oh, right. I remember this.
Coming to save the day. Or wreck it. Heads up. Watch out. Everyone here is so cool. No one's the wiser. Explosives primed. In position. Nuh-uh. Don't touch that! Oh, it's fed! And fed!
You're okay, Donnie. No biggie. Thanks, turn.
Nice day, if you're into coughing.
Zetsa, Shinsa, brought you back a few things.
Look how tall you got.
Help.
The few for the many.
Huh. The sisters aren't the only twins anymore. Technically, we're the same person. Forget it.
I don't like your aura.
Then stay out of my way.
Oh, his face! And Sid!
You're okay, Donnie. No biggie.
If it ain't my favorite time-traveling genius, punk buddy.
Well, I'd be weirded out if I wasn't. I wanna learn.
The tech's out of this world.
Got me. I love that. Future is whatever I make.
That all you got?
They should thank you. Empire above all!
Never had luck, never needed it.
Easy to say with that Z drive of yours.
Kahiri! What is that?
You needed a sample for your research, so I found one. I was so careful not to create a paradox. You never considered conjoined timelines.
No one's wasting time.
That one's for you, Zon!
when I came.
Sometimes you're the fish, sometimes you're the bait. Fish meat face.
This all we got? Hey, I've done more with less.
Surprise, surprise.
Had loggerheads, eh?
Real good to see you.
Bury me at sea.
Bow to the god of cloning! Onwards and norward!
I thought I was ready. I didn't know what was waiting.
Anything else?
Another me? The sisters did warn us.
Jinx? Stands for Jinx. Durr.
The weapon and I are one.
To the Empire of me!
Strike if you must. I will not yield. did you see in there? What did you learn?
I can say I got some very hands-on research. I've seen it all. Time. Another me? The sisters did warn us.
All part of the plan, I just made up.
These are my streets.
I'll give you to the count of... Now it's a party.
No more wasting time.
The sun rock got me good. There's a blast from the past. Well,
The sisters aren't the only twins anymore. Technically, we're the same person. Forget it.
you're looking at how you just 10 times running. No more K. I am Evil K.
Let's turn up the heat.
The sisters aren't the only twins anymore. Technically, we're the same person. Forget it.
Even the boy couldn't stop me.
The sun rock got me good.
What did you see in there? What did you learn?
I can say I got some very hands-on research done.
What is that?
You needed a sample for your research, so I found one.
That's not tamper-proof.
It's an awesome day for progress. Watch your toes.
No more K. I am Evil K.
I've seen the future, and I know my path.
introduce you to perfection. introduce you to science. Let me introduce you to perfection.
What delightful.
Another. The sisters did warn us.
Play. I own you.
Want to see how it works? The tech's out of this world.
Let me introduce you to science.
Future is whatever I make. Back in the game.
Even the void couldn't stop me.
Your ancestors await.
I read you first. Poor lost soul.
All right. Where's the after party?